I hope you're having an amazing day. My name is Colin. In this video, we're going to have a look at the crypto market of today because Bitcoin is pumping. The fear and greed index is back at the neutral territory, actually 51 neutral as compared to yesterday extreme fear, and this definitely does show how volatile the crypto market actually is. Last week extreme fear, last month fear in general. So since the actual invasion into Ukraine, which we had the dipperty dip right here on about 34k at the and a half at the lowest point, we're now at about 44k. A small decline in the last 30 minutes. However, a high point nearing 44.75, almost $45,000 on Bitcoin. This definitely shows that the Bitcoin dominance is still very present because where Bitcoin goes, everything else follows, which means that we did see a $3,000 Ethereum before it just slowly went down again. And all the other coins are basically up except for the stable coins, right? Everything else is literally up. Some coins like Waves, 47% gaining this week, about 112% overall. That is definitely bullish, right? A very, very bullish sign. Overall, we could basically see that the general trend is now in a linear upward trend. However, what does this relatively mean compared to the entire Bitcoin market? Cryptocurrency market in general. I mean, when Bitcoin pumps, everything pumps. When Bitcoin goes down, everything goes down. It's not really a good resemblance of what these projects can actually do by themselves. If we go into the categories, the highest gainer at the moment are, well, you can see the percentages absolutely crazy, right? Overall, significant gains are being made. The main interest, which I want to cover in this video, is of course the gaming launchpad sector. So I have launchpads right here, and perhaps I should just look for the gaming like this. It's actually number 4. So on the gaming overall, we don't see that significant of a pump just yet, right? We definitely see the upward trend over the 7-day average, so that's good. However, the significant pump still has to occur. Falcon basically leading the race at the moment for, let's say, the top 10 crypto gaming tokens with about a 13, almost 14% gain today. When we go down into the more smaller cap, onwards to the micro cap, Veracity gaining 14%, Krabata 11%, Sido 10, Sidus Heroes 15. So obviously they have had significant issues before, right? So the issues are definitely not over, but it's good to see at least somewhat of a pump on the actual Sidus project. Not a huge fan of it myself, but overall we can see here we have a significant gainer, 24%. However, at that point over the 7-day average, it's still in the minus, right? Are there any I want to look at the FINA. That would be interesting to see what that has actually achieved. So SolCheck still below 2 cents. Basically didn't do anything on the actual pump. The FINA not on this list, actually on the second page. So it means probably that also hasn't recovered. Here we go. Well, it did recover 16%, but still over the 7-day average, it's still very much in the red. So definitely it would have been an interesting purchase right here, but I just thought it was a little bit too risky, which is a small market cap. Would have made like a good 30% gain. But then again, you're dealing with a slippage. You can't sell that much. So definitely for the $20,000, $25,000 trades, it is not the best choice in my opinion. However, it is interesting if you're looking to trade perhaps $500, $1,000, right? When we look at Legends of Fantasy War, there's also a 12. So basically all the games are on average gaining about 10%, right? In line with Bitcoin, it's a similar pattern. Most often times, however, these coins, they pump more after Bitcoin has a stability run. So basically it goes basically from let's say 38k to 44k. If it would hold for like a day and a half at 44k, then the crypto gaming takes additional 20-30% gain. This is not always the case, but this happens often. I think we have some sort of rug pull action right here. If we look at this chart, doesn't look good. Only 15,000 market cap. Basically, the volume is gone. DM script. I don't know what that is actually or why it shows up here. But I want to have a look at Duckyland, right? So Duckyland just launched yesterday. The IDO was 50 cents. The private sale was 30 cents. So the private sale token's almost 100%. It's definitely still dropping. So 1x. The IDO is right now at break even, but it was already released yesterday, and it will give daily vesting moving forward. Right, so definitely not the best launch, also not a terrible launch. You can definitely have made a lot of initial back already and then see where this goes. Long-term bullish on Duckyland, no. However, do I think it's an easy 2x moving forward? Sure. So doubling your money over time, that is definitely interesting. Good update on CryoWar actually, finally, right? Oh well, let's go to the Twitter first and then to Medium thereafter, because they announced the staking. So the staking is available on CryoWar. I haven't actually looked at it myself. In the Digits Club, people did discuss how it works. So you can choose between a 4-month lockup and then you have a 12-month lockup. Airdrop for first believers in terms of NFTs, randomized rewards, skins, and third-party rewards. So that's for the 12-month lockup. And then 4th-month lockup, airdrop for first believer in terms of NFTs, small chances for random rewards. All right. And you'll be able to receive airdrop even after you've unstaked your tokens. Okay. Access for staking. So I'm quite curious what the API is actually at. So 5th of April, the diamond ends and the gold ends next year. But I don't think, so the API is not available unless you connect your wallet. And I don't have mine in my wallet. I think mine are still on KuCoin. So the total value staked is only 75,000 on this one. This is the 1-year pool. And, oh, hang on, messed that one up. And then for 120 days, the total value stakes actually, oh, there we go, I thought 0. It was actually 108k, so that's already definitely looking to head into the right direction. When we look at the CryoWar price, it did see a pump, general upward trend, I would say. It has nothing to do with the staking. The staking cut in circulating supply would perhaps benefit later. The announcement did come on the Bitcoin pump, so that was nice. Sitting at about 30 cents, fair price. Looking at all the other coins that we have here, I think this interesting project in general, I haven't really explored it enough. Altura is here, which I did mention in one of the last videos, which made quite a significant run. Right, so over the last 7 days, you have this little spike, which we basically can ignore. So it went from 7.2 to 5.1, holding at about 6 here, and now it reached about 8.2. So definitely interesting gain. So that would be 30% as well, right? Would it be 6, 12, 1.8, 7.8? Yeah. So that's basically a 30% gain. Which is quite significant, you know, if you would trade with considerable volume. And the percentage-based gains are always the best to look at. So Wonder Hero, 22% up. I'm not going to touch that project again. Bit Hotel, 5%. And you definitely have a lot of unconfirmed market caps, right? Monkey Ball is, for example, here. It's now called Monkey League. And there's like a whole list you can basically go through to see what the pattern is. But the unconfirmed market caps are obviously quite difficult because you would have to go to the actual token, ask what the market cap actually is. Oh, hang on, maybe I'm actually interested in knowing what Neneko is doing. So that is quite interesting, where everything is pumping. Obviously, Neneko has quite pumped already significantly. That is now moving against. People are taking profit, exiting Neneko, the small cap, and basically going into the coins where the pumps are more significant, like Bitcoin, right? So it's moving down a little bit, stabilizing 44k-ish. So the pump seems to be completed. Ethereum also around 3k still. very, very close to that anyway, right? So I hope that it might pull in another run. When we move to the launch pads, we can definitely say that the Bitcoin pump, as expected, has a good result. Basically, it moves on average, right? There's no any huge gainers. Here we have about a 23% gain. That's quite significant, but it's not common, right? The common ones are between 5 and let's say 12%. So NFT launch did gain 22%. So that's good for them. Here we got 30% on Mewtwo Inu. I have no fucking clue what that is. The volume is also really low, so it's basically neglectable. Right, True P&L definitely struggling with only 40k in recorded volume as one of the more normal launch pads, right? And then you have Hoppy, all the meme coin launch pads are definitely still struggling. King pad still down, meme pad still down a lot. Future Peak launch, the model doesn't really seem to be working for a lot of people. AnyPad made some small recovery gains, not significant. Bin Starter down. Tron pad, so basically all the Bluezilla pads are gaining, so that is good for them to see. Feed launch stable. It did pump a little bit here, right, on basically the Bitcoin pump. I think that also increased the volume. I saw some tweets about it. That's how I kept up to date with that. Communides stable. Then we have Bull Perks stable-ish, still needs to recover that loss. Game Zone up, Edapad up. So all the Bluezilla pads are basically up. Paid Network finally up, gaining 10% today. So they really needed that. When you look at the chart, right, it was just significantly, it was one of the hardest hit launch pads in general. But now making some recovery gains. So that's definitely good to see. Other than that, I mean, the Bluezilla launch pads seems to be the biggest gainer. And then we have Superfarm sitting about 78 cents. So that's also a good recovery. You see very little red. So this would have definitely been a good entry point. I didn't do the entry. I did mention it in the video that it might be interesting. But that's always how things go, right? One other launch pad I want to check is Unix. Obviously, I'm a very big believer in Unix, and that's very stable. So I'm happy to see that. I also want to check Firestarter, just in case. 31 cents. It's not recovering as the other ones, right? So there might definitely be a big opportunity here still for Firestarter as the recovery is not as significant. Let's have a look at the actual NFTs, right? The metaverse NFTs that they have, because that might be something that I'm interested in, specifically the Hyra one. Firestarters. It's on the Polygon blockchain. 4.5 ETH still, and I think that's something that it has gone for. So 3.6, 3.2, that was on the dip, right? So it's definitely a lot higher already. $10,000 to get guaranteed allocation, I think it's just a little too expensive, and it will only get more expensive, right? So I do understand that. It's just I don't think that will be the move I'm going to make unless I make any super significant day trade gains, which I doubt. So taking that into consideration in general. Anything else I looked at lately? Nothing interesting. Going back to the top 100 coins, Bitcoin is a little bit laggy, right? The chart 1 hour. So yeah, 44k it is. Nothing too special happening just yet. Let's have a look at the OpenSea marketplace. See what the ranking looks like. Because it has been a while since I covered the NFTs. I'm not super interested in it, but I do like to have a look. So we have Invincible France sitting at about a floor of 5.5 Ethereum. I did miss out on the Neo Tokyo whitelist for this one. That's a shame. I should pay more attention. 3 Landers. I don't know what that is. Bored Ape, Yacht Club sitting at 87, so definitely moving down. Now Bitcoin is moving up, 17.75. Mutant Apes, like a month ago, sitting at about 25, 28, so definitely has taken quite a hit in value. Asuki still quite stable at 10.55. Doodles stable at 11.3. Then what else do we have? All kinds of fun projects. Fun projects. I did look at Ascension. 0.4, Bored Ape Camel Club 7.4. What else do we have on the list? Anything that I'm actually... Clementine's Nightmare, which I did cover, 0.67. So definitely... has that been revealed yet? I don't think so. There was, I think, 1 Ethereum. No, still hasn't been revealed. So they're taking some time. Nano Pass 2.12. Grandpa Ape Country Club, another spin-off. So the top 100, definitely a lot of meme style projects, so to say. I'm looking for like the Neo Tokyo kind of stuff, but it's just not there. The Biopill, here it is. So that's a project that I am following because I think it's quite interesting. 1.85, Journey Club at 3.5. Then we got the Land here, 0.9 from the coin. Also interested, MyPad Hooligan, under 1 Ethereum at the moment. Treefus 1.45, Neo Tokyo Citizen 17.5, so that's up a little bit. Neo Tokyo Outer Lands, which is new, very low floor. Let me have a quick look at that actually, just to see what the Omnipresent sells for, because I have an Omnipresent S1, right, which is worth a lot of money, but these are still selling for 7, so it's not that interesting at the moment to make a play for that, maybe get some more, but probably I shouldn't, right? Probably I should. I did make a lot of good trades with NFTs over the last couple of weeks, but I'm not really in it for the, I'm either in it for the utility or in it for the flips. I'm not really in it for the hype, right? So I just make calculated decisions regarding that. Pixelmon definitely wrecked. I think 3 Ethereum was the mint. I saw so many meme posts about the quality of these NFTs, that they were so low quality. Some people pay 3 Ethereum for these. Definitely, I think a lot of people were definitely disappointed. So now they're adding like token airdrops, land airdrops. They're adding all kinds of additionals for so the floor doesn't get wrecked. But definitely interesting to see how this is going to develop, because there's a lot of tradable volume at least, which is good for the project, I hope. But I haven't been keeping up to date. I know that the Dutch auction that they did was like 3 Ethereum. It's really crazy. And now it's not that crazy. It appears that the roadmap is long as per usual, and there's quite some issues, some FUD, which they just need to create some longevity and get through it together. But that's basically everything I have been looking at. I'm very curious to see what is going to happen with the short-term Bitcoin volatility, because that's basically going to push us into a different direction, potentially. With Ethereum sitting at about 3,000, I might move some of my Ethereum to stables, just because I have a lot of Ethereum right now available as Ethereum. I do have it on a stop loss. However, I think 3,000 is a good amount to at least, sell maybe 10, 20 Ethereum, hold some more stables in case I want to make some moves on microcaps when the next opportunity appears. Because I do believe that a short Bitcoin pump like we have seen before is no guarantee for a bull run, right? Because we did see these levels here. We did see these levels here, which is just less than 2 weeks ago. And then we had like a huge crash again, right? Repetitive patterns. So I'm definitely looking at sitting on my stables back, not being too bullish. I don't mind missing out on some crazy excess because I choose security, right? Calculated risk is what I'm all about. So this is basically all the news for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.